First in the night.
That's crazy.
Right. That's all.
Now, how you let fam beat you here?
Right. Hey, Shanna.
What's up, Shanna?
And Gun Guy used to be here first too. Him and Shanna. What up, Ghost Dog? Mr. Bullshitter.
We up
Devil
in here.
Roll. Devil Roll early tonight too.
Man, Del Row gonna cuss me out. But he ain't gonna be cussing for long. Hey, bro, look for a message from me real soon. I just haven't been to the spot, so I ain't forgot about you. I actually got everything together. It's in my car. It's been in my car too for like 3 days.
Philly Slow. What up? You early too. Salute.
Lily, Philly Slizzy.
And Maurice.
Losing in the house.
You
Lose.
early too. Salute.
Back. We back live. They thought you two had got rid of me, bro.
You early folk.
Maurice. We got a great topic tonight.
Yeah.
We got a really good topic tonight, man.
Roll King. What up, man?
We're gonna ruffle some feathers too. And ain't nothing like a good feather ruffling. I don't need to say that different, do I?
No, that's no. That ain't nothing funny around ruffling feathers.
We're gonna ruffle some feathers, man. But we're gonna do it in a real,
Well, E, what up,
respectful,
man? He early too.
honest way. Oh, fam, you're gonna like it. You're gonna love
Big Zo in here. What up, Big
you're gonna
Zo?
love this
What up,
tonight's topic. Not only the topic, you're gonna love our take on it. You're gonna love our take on tonight's topic.
what up, Eric?
Walt E, my main man, what's cracking, brother?
Ramsey J. Salute, brother.
Ramsey Jizzle, Meta, Mo, what it do? Road came. I missed a lot of people. How did I do that? I'm
Come on,
right.
man. I ain't seen Metamo.
I see him.
Stupid. It's the thing got this thing set back to top messages again. What up, Metamo?
Zoski loving him, man.
Zoski Love is in the building. He
Thomas,
said,
Thomas, what up?
bro, he said behind the computer with a name belt on and a 4 finger ring. What up, Thomas?
Hey, why Thomas yell, "Hey you"?
I don't know.
Do you know that sounds like Thomas if you yelled at to somebody?
Right.
Smokey Soldier, what up, man?
What up, Smokey? You can only ruffle feathers to people that let some.
I agree. I agree. I hope that nobody feathers get ruffled.
What up, John? Cheers.
White Rambo, one of my favorite people. What's happening, my brother? Hey,
Oh,
man.
what up, Targets?
So, Rick G, what up, bro?
What up, Rick?
Let me say this, man. We we're gonna have some fun. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna wait till we get a few more people up in here, and we're gonna chop it up. BX South, what's up, man?
What up, BX?
Going down. It's your fellow 2A lovers. I don't know how that sounds.
Yeah, I looked at that a few times too, but I was like, just leave it alone.
It's like I mean, I get it. I think I get. I hope I get it.
All right, John.
Fair enough. John, what's up, man? It's all good.
He said, type that different. I haven't seen it yet, Ramsey J.
Oh, they got $1,000 Kimber Ramsey J.
Yeah, it's a double stack. It's called the something with an M.
Come
What's
here.
it called, Ramsey J?
Come
I
here.
forget the name of it.
Come here.
Hey, what up, y'all?
Hi.
Hey.
Well, somebody's missing. It's another one. It's 4 of
Yeah,
y'all. Where's y'all?
somebody listen.
Audrey. Here. There she is.
But dude, don't get comfortable. You're
Hey,
not
Audrey.
staying. You're not staying. You guys want to say hi?
Hi.
I got company, y'all. So you know, and they here for they're gonna be here for a little while. Relax,
That's
relax, little dude.
Yeah, we go be here.
You relax, little dude.
Who birthday coming up?
You. Mine.
Yours. That's right.
Mm-hmm. Better
So,
not get in trouble. His birthday coming up.
Hi, Zach.
Hey, what's up?
You make these first?
no. Y'all good?
Hmm?
Cause I got to get to work. I just wanted to let y'all say hi.
Yeah.
We just
Everybody,
got
everybody
in
cool.
here.
I'm saying, but I gotta get.
Yeah,
I have to go back to work though. Like I gotta go.
Hey, Smokey.
Yeah.
You going with him?
Fellow gun enthusiast.
Bye.
All right.
Bye, Zach.
Okay.
Bye, whoever's
I'll see you
watching.
guys in a little bit.
Bye, Zach. Bye, bye.
Bye.
I
Okay.
bring you this, Papa.
Huh?
You
No,
like
no, no.
Frida,
Leave that in.
baby. Hi.
What up, Gina? Hey, see.
Gina, what's that? There goes Siege. Siege. Want to say hi, Siege?
Hi, Siege.
Okay. All right. Close my door, babe. Thank you. Love you. Bye. All right, man. Now we can get to work. What's up? Anybody that might have came in that I didn't see right there? What's up with y'all? Yo.
What up, Showtime?
Oh man,
Oh, it's called a Warrior. That's what it's called.
is it?
Yeah.
So we have been posting our sponsors up for Arm 6. We still not done. We still have a few more. Um, it's been a blessing. I'm excited for a lot of the companies that's pulling up. I'm excited that we supporting companies that support the community, that's in the community. I love it. It's going to be a lot of fun for us. I will keep reiterating. Get your tickets, put your votes in. The last day to vote for ARM Awards is April 20th if you haven't gotten around to doing that yet. You have to register for the women's conference. You can still go to the women's conference, but if you don't register, then we have no way of getting the head count. So we have t-shirts. There's a good possibility you won't get one if you don't register. So fellas, get your wives to register. Just go to irregularmeetup.com. All of it is there. And
Yep.
get the wives registered. Ladies, get registered. It's gonna be. I know a lot of ladies last year missed it because they were going to Community Range Day. We're gonna stagger that a little bit this year. We're gonna try to stagger it as much as we can. But FYI, I wouldn't miss the women's conference this year.
Oh, bro. You got action.
We got action. Oh,
Mhm.
K Wick, nephew. Hold on, bro. Let me get my work right.
Oh my God!
I appreciate you, K Wick. Thank you. But it's gonna be some crazy giveaways in the women's conference. It's getting to the point where people are more inclined to want to give away stuff at the women's conference.
Yep.
The company said something about 6 firearms
It did.
in the women's conference. This ain't we're gonna do a lot of stuff at the meeting and all that. But I'm talking about in the women's conference itself.
We're getting the echo.
I'm echoing.
I hear myself.
Thank you, Siege. Yes, please get registered so that we can have the head count. Man, it's we're gonna have a lot of fun, man. I'm excited about it. Can't wait to see everybody. Can't wait to see who win these awards. It's some close categories. Trust me when I tell you, some of these categories are so close, so close. I ain't never seen nothing like it. Um, Influencers. I don't know if you RSVP. It's too late to RSVP. Um, Now you can still pull up, but you gotta go get your ticket. If you
Right.
didn't RSVP, it's a wrap. You gotta go. You got to go get your ticket, but it's okay. Support the event, man. We need to keep this going. So the more support we get. If you can't make it to the meetup and you want a way to support, there's two ways you can do that. You can go into we got another fam fizzle. Wait a minute. It gets real right about now. Oh my God! Thank you, there, fam. So we that's a way you can support. You can go to regularmeetup.com, click on buy a ticket. One or two ways. You can buy a ticket, donate it to somebody, or it has a donation button on the ticket site that you can just click donate and donate, put it in the notes, what it is, and we will definitely recognize you. And if you don't want to be recognized, that's fine as well. We never made the announcement, but we are going to give that ticket that we had that was donated to Think Mega
Right.
because he emailed us, and
He
that's it. That's
did.
all we
He's the
asked.
only emailed.
So
Nobody else emailed, bro.
it is what it is. Bro got it.
What up,
BTG,
BTG?
what's happening?
What up, Chris?
Chris, what's up?
Here.
Now, tonight's topic is going to be really good. And I would love to hear y'all take on it, but we're not going to be able to keep up with all the comments. So if you have something on the topic, we're going to put the link out. But we don't like, as much as I like hanging out with y'all, we don't need you just to hang out on the panel. But if you have something to contribute to this topic as we get going, and we're going to give some takes on, I'm going to give some context first, and then we'll go all the way into this topic.
What up, man?
So tonight's topic and the question is, can you actually shoot? We all into these guns, and we all own a bunch of them and bunch of different types. And we're in this space, right? And I constantly say this. I make it a point to press the issue on the fact that there is a gun world
That's that. What up?
and then there's the real world. That's not what's happening. There's a gun world, and then there's a whole nother world outside of it, right?
It's always funny whenever you say that to me. It always sounds funny.
Sounds weird, right?
Yeah.
But because bro, believe it or not, and a lot of people won't even like admit to this, but it's like we are in a bubble. We're in this weird bubble
Hell yeah.
of the 2A space, the industry, the gun space of enthusiasts and collectors and competition shooters and so on and so forth. And there's a real space inside of this,
What up, Buck?
inside of the world that we sit in. And believe it or not, it's a small bucket
Yes.
in the
friend
grand
of the
scheme of
friend.
things,
That's right.
right? It's no different than bowlers, crafters,
Mm-hmm.
golf players.
Mm-hmm.
It's a world of its own. So I always try to make that point. Now, everything I'm saying right now is going to come full circle in a second here.
Mikhail, what up, yo?
Zach,
Yeah.
what are guns for? Why were guns created?
To shoot at stuff.
Not so much stuff.
It's really they were made to shoot at people and animals.
There you go. That's say the real answer. That's
People and animals.
they were not made to shoot at stuff.
Yep, they were made to shoot at people. Well, they probably were first made to shoot at animals, and then they ended up shooting at
For
people.
hunting, right? And then
Yeah,
then they became defensive devices or whatever the case is. And as we've evolved over the years, the hundreds of years, it became a sport too,
yeah.
right? So guns serve a bunch of different purposes. K-Wig, relax, bro. So guns serve a bunch of different purposes, right? You got people that's in this thing from so many different angles, whether they are just hunters, you got people who are collectors, right? Just flat out enthusiasts. When I say enthusiasts, what I mean is somebody to just keep buying a bunch of guns because they just love it. It's a passion for it, and they just kind of fell in love with having firearms. They may not shoot them as much. Zach to me is the ultimate enthusiast. Like he shoots, he knows how to shoot, competition shooter. But this is his thing. He just loves to buy him. There's this love for him. me, I do have I've had, when I came into this game, I owned 30 firearms. Proof is in the pudding. When I did my first collection video, it was like my second video overall. I produced 30 firearms flat out, just like that. So I've always been into guns, but I was introduced a little bit different. And I only say that to say this. I listen to, I'm finna get right to the point too, y'all. I just talk a lot. But I listen to some YouTubers there, and it's a few of them. Some of my Caucasian buddies, um, even some of my down south guys, they'll tell you. I heard guys say, "Man," they said, "Man, how long you been in the guns, man?" Bro say, "Well, I was raised into guns. I grew up on this farm out here in this Midwest state, and I've been shooting since I was 8,
Yep.
7. We always had a range in the backyard, so you can go outside in your backyard and shoot." Well, where I was raised at and how I was raised, if I was going outside of my backyard to shoot, it definitely was not at a steel target, I promise you.
Right.
Not only that, we were introduced to firearms in a whole different way.
Yeah.
Having a conversation with a partner of mine today. All of this is about to come full circle. Y'all gonna see what I mean. And we were talking, and I said, something that irritates me is somebody can be talking and they say, "Hey man, bro came up, he had that bad boy with a full clip."
Mm-hmm.
If you're in the gun world, they're gonna say, "It's not a clip, buddy, it's a magazine."
It don't
Nope.
matter. It don't matter.
Where I'm from. Even though I say magazine now, why? Because I'm in the space,
KC, what up?
right? But
Mm-hmm.
you know what the hell they meant when they said clip. You know
No,
exactly. It's just a slang word for magazine,
I was saying clip for so long, I still say it sometimes now.
right? We didn't say ammo. We said
Right.
bullets.
Exactly. I say that all the time. Now you always tell me I hate when you say that.
No, it's funny though. But oftentimes there's this. I always talk about the cultural disconnect, right? There's a huge culture difference a lot of times, and sometimes it's not always a black and white culture difference. Sometimes it could be a demographic culture difference. Like guys who grew up in the South hunting a lot, the Devil Rose, the people that came up, you know what I'm saying, with firearms in their hand, but it wasn't for the sport of it so much. It was to put food on the table a lot of times.
Right.
There's a different thing, and guys who grew up in the inner cities, guns was a whole different animal.
Yep.
Don't mean everybody was in the inner city shooting them and in the streets and doing all that stuff, but at the end of the day, it's a different dynamic. That being said, when we get on the internet, see the internet, this is why they tell you the internet is undefeated. You get all these, what I like to call super shooters and ultimate trainers and whatever category that they feel like they fit in. And I listened to one of the bros the other day. I was scrolling on Instagram and I saw, I think it was Shelton from We the People. And I heard him say something to the degree of, "You can't go to the range with me unless you're trained." Hey, I'm alive. Why you? My grandson, he don't care. He could care less. So they say you can't go to the range with me unless you have proper training, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's okay. I'm not knocking him for that. That's how he feel. That's how he feels. Me, I'm a little different, right? When you go to the range, and there's sometimes people may not have proper range etiquette, right?
Yeah.
I've gone to the range since I've been in the space with guys that are in the industry, and we could all be at the range, and it could be everybody there was pretty experienced around firearms, and they'll still do a safety briefing. When we all go to the range together, they still do a safety briefing
That's
at the
right.
range, right? For people that's really in the space, we all going to the range together. There's going to be a safety briefing, even though everybody in there should know what to do. You should know firearm safety rules, all this stuff. This is for people that are in the space. Y'all got to keep this in perspective, what I'm saying. So, oh damn. But people people in the space have a different view of people who aren't in the space. It's almost like you look down on them a little bit.
Bro, it's this and perfect example. Every New Year, right between January and probably to the middle of March, the range is usually full of new shooters. I hate going. I look down on them.
Hey, at least
I don't want to be on the records with
he gonna get an award for being the first person to admit it.
them. I do. I hate it. I be like, man,
People
they
that
got
are in the gun world will look down on people
yeah,
who are
they
not
got,
in the
they got
gun.
their Christmas
Now,
presents. They got their all that. Man, come on, you ain't gonna be here in the next 2 months.
so here's the thing. I told you this would all come full circle. So the question of the night is, can you actually shoot?
What up, Pedro?
Let's talk about it. Pedro, I'm glad you're here because you're going to have one of those suburban takes on this. He's going to have a very suburban take.
Oh, you know he is.
I call it a suburban take. Here's the thing. Disclaimer first. I am in no way,
All right,
no shape or form
Skilly.
against training.
Oh my goodness.
I want to be clear.
Did you see what Skilly said?
Hmm?
Did you read what
No,
Skilly said?
I don't want Skid to distract me.
But you gotta see it.
That's weird, Skilly.
Right.
So I will put that comment up because he makes classic comments.
That's true, Roblox. You're right. I be thinking about it, man, but then I forget all about it. Like, nah, man, they be in the way.
Fam says, he says, some of these fools say you gotta be a grandmaster shooter. Fam, listen, I'm about to back you up, bro. I'm about to back you up. All right. Seeds, that's a very interesting comment too. That's a very interesting comment. So listen.
The last part of your comment.
Yeah. So let me say this. And I challenge anybody that chooses to click on this link and come on here, I will challenge you. Here's the thing. I dare to say that most of us can shoot.
Yes. Well, except for Skilly.
Except for Skilly. Skilly might be the only exception to the rule in tonight's conversation. What I'm going to explain to you is these criterias were somehow created on the internet and primarily from my competition shooters. Let me explain to you why.
Any sites.
I've had people say to me things like, well, he should be able to come from his holster from concealment and on target at 7 yards in 1.2 seconds or less.
More like 0.5 seconds.
You know, from the time the shot timer goes off, and his split should be point whatever this number is. Let me tell you something, man. Most people that ever had to defend themselves with a firearm, first of all, ain't no beat to tell them when to shoot. Second of all, there is no timing. Nobody's timing the splits. And what are you splitting? Usually you're going to be shooting at whatever you're shooting at. See, I always like to challenge guys who are
the Wild West, that's right.
Who are trainers. Right?
I know Pedro, I think stands under
that's a suburban take.
Oh.
It's not a real world take, bro. Listen to me. I think sometimes the guys who I like to challenge guys who are trainers that train people on how to
ugly joker.
On how to survive, right? Like how I'm gonna teach you how to survive in this jungle out here. But you've never had to survive in the jungle. I'm not knocking you. I respect you. What I'm saying is you teach people how to survive in situations that you've never had to survive in. So that's wrong. You're not right, Chris. You're not right. See, listen, this is what has to happen, and it's going to be virtually impossible. What's up, Billy? How you doing, brother?
Hey, what's up, Jack?
Hey man, long time no
What's going on,
see.
you job turkey?
You jive sucker. Everything's
Hey,
good. What's going on?
I was just hanging out with Spill, man, last weekend.
For
So,
sure. Sure.
You see Pedro's comment?
Pedro, feel free to click on the link. I will tell you. I will tell you.
I know a place you can go. A
Huh?
couple of places to train for that new world.
You
Yeah, I
know,
get you
please,
trained
huh?
up, bro. I get you trained up right, man. Fly to O'Hare Airport, and we're gonna go about 27 minutes. We'll get you right. Listen,
Quick.
here go the thing, bro. My whole thing is this. People keep talking about the measurable, but what qualifies you to be a
Please,
person
Marsha.
that can shoot? See,
Please.
what they missing is the technical side of what's going on here, meaning the literal side, should I say, not the technical side, the literal side. So think about what I just said. Can you actually shoot? You see the criteria that's been set online and throughout these um, instructors and people that set these criterias.
Mhm.
The criteria don't help you survive.
Okay, what up?
I'm
So
not gonna
let
say
me
they
ask
don't
you
help
this.
you. It's
Are
just
y'all
not the key.
Mhm.
doing it to survive or to have fun?
See that? Well, that's the other side of it. See, that's the
Mhm.
sport of it, right? The sport of it
Mhm.
is how
Mhm.
fast can I get on target? What are my
Mhm.
split times? Can I do X, Y? That's the sport of it. That's not survival. That's not the surviving side of it. See, let me explain this to you. Now, there's one universal thing that came from the gun space, but it should translate to the real world, not and I believe it wholeheartedly. Everyone should understand firearm safety.
Yep.
Everyone should be able to safely handle a gun,
Yep.
right? To me, that's criteria number one. If you can get people past just understanding that, because most people that's not in the space. See, there's benefits and privileges to being in this space because you get to
Mhm.
learn things and get information that most people just aren't privy to, right? So I think it's unfair to judge individuals who aren't privy to the same information that you get. And
Yeah.
everybody think they can shoot until they get around somebody that can shoot, right? There's always somebody gonna have the one up on you, like, or there's always somebody that better. These guys that do this for a living, they shoot firearms for a living. That's what
Mhm.
they do. That's the competition side of it. That's the sport of it. That has nothing to do.
Okay, Chris.
Yeah, but Chris, you ain't gonna be thinking about it. You ain't gonna be doing no numbers, man, when that shit happens. Trust
No,
me.
he just
Hey,
explaining, but
I
explaining
get
it
it.
to
I
a
get
person.
what he's saying. Listen. I'm not against any of it. I'm just making a point. When people talk about somebody not being able to shoot, I see people give fam. They give him hell. And I'm gonna tell y'all something right here. And I feel like I can speak for my brothers here. Or they can speak for themselves. I give fam hell too, but that's my boy.
Yep.
I jump on the mug head for fam. That's my partner. We can agree to disagree on a lot of this gun stuff because that's what the fellas do. If you heard the three of us when the camera not on, arguing, I'm talking about arguing, bro, going at it
I
for
don't want
things.
to talk about what happened about
It
20.
ain't. It's not. It's never no thing where it's personal like that. So don't let the internet fool you. Fam is my boy, and people give him hell because they be like, "Oh man, you know, he ain't showing us what he's shooting. He doing this. He ain't doing that. So what?
Right. So what?
What? He spent his money on his guns, and the thing that we are seeing is he knows how to operate his gun. So I would ask you this very simple question. This is to any instructor. This is to any trainer. Really, damn, you ain't even on yet, and you making a lot of
Right.
money. You're disturbing us, bro.
Really? What's all that
Listen to this. Listen.
feedback?
The train factor.
Hey,
Who's doing all that shit?
what?
That
What?
ain't
What?
even skill.
No, hey.
He even Skilly. What
Hey,
the?
who was that? Skilly Kobe Bryant?
No, this ain't Kobe Bryant. Why
No,
y'all
I'm
think it's
saying who's that in the background talking and
Yeah.
cussing?
Oh, a mechanic.
Hey, Dr. T.
What's up? Hey,
A
Skilly, don't
mechanic.
come here interrupting our conversation, bro.
I apologize, fellas. I
How
was just
you
gonna
doing, man?
say
How
this
you
and
doing?
get
Let me
off.
ask
I
you how
wanted to
you doing.
explain my explanation for what I
I
put
don't
in the
need you.
comment
You're
section.
not. Hey, Skilly, you're not about to stop me from saying what I was saying, bro. You just cut me right off. Your explanation not that important. But as long as you and the family good, I know you are because you're on here talking to me. So let me finish my point real quick. So a lot of people, what's up, Patrick? A lot of people they'll give fam hell or whatever. So I ask this question respectfully to anybody who likes to keep data, for anybody who want to see split times, for anybody who says this person can't get out their holster fast enough, or they not fast enough from low ready, and they can't do X, Y, and Z on the range, right? I'll ask you this, and you might say, man, he got all them 2011s, he got $1 million in guns, and he can't shoot. So what I'll ask you is, he can't shoot. Would you be willing to take the place of his target?
Right. Go stand out there.
We'll give you 25 yards. You go stand there and you tell me he can't shoot. That's what y'all say.
I give you 100 yards.
Right. I give you 100 yards. Right.
Would you be willing to just take the place of the steel target and let him prove that he can't shoot?
Hell no.
Anybody, any takers? I'll wait.
What up, Doc?
This is the classic high point argument.
I'll wait.
BTG, what's going on?
They hate when I do this. I'll wait though.
He said, "Can I shoot back?" What up, Jova? He said, "Can I shoot back?"
Here's the funny part.
Mm-mm.
Absolutely. If you're willing to be his target, absolutely.
He just wings me. I'ma sue for him and take all his nice 2011s.
Nah,
Okay,
listen, man.
truthfully, people get out, spend money on cars, and ain't no damn race car driver. You know what I'm saying? All these damn Hellcats and all that running around. Ain't no race car driver. There's different levels to it. So at no point does anybody have the right to criticize the next outside of safety.
Outside of safety. See, to me, I'm all for it. If there's a situation where somebody's being unsafe, because it doesn't matter where you're at, gun world, real world, range, crib. If you're being unsafe, that's a problem.
Then you can't shoot.
Yeah, you can't shoot. That definitely eliminates you from being able to shoot.
Mm-hmm.
On the
And
flip-
you know,
Yeah, oh my God, who is this? Who is this?
so the wild part is, I was just going to comment on that.
What up, Giovanni?
99% of criminals can't shoot, and 99% of police officers, I'm teasing with that number, can't shoot.
But who's shooting everybody?
Probably 75, 80%.
But who's shooting everybody?
Right.
Man,
Criminals and police officers.
yeah.
The civilian standard is not a standard. It's very subjective at best. Okay.
You know what, Jovi? That's probably what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. I think it is. He put it rather succinctly, but yes.
That's probably what I'm trying to say. Yeah, you know me. I say a whole bunch around it, but that's the point I'm making. Stop letting the internet and these instructors, and I'm an instructor as well. But I don't go around. Listen, people say, "Oh man, he ain't doing. He's standing there static shooting," as if that's not helping them to improve their skills.
Mm-hmm.
Go stand down there at the 5-yard line.
Yeah, and get comfortable with firing their guns. So what? A lot of people don't have access to outdoor ranges. I ain't seen my man. I think he got a different work schedule. But remember, Fat Guy was in here, and he from Chicago. The man say, matter of fact, when Snap come through, he'll tell you. Say, man, he never really been to an outdoor range. Never shot a steel target before.
Mm-hmm.
These are people from the inner city, man. They don't have access to the things you have access to.
Yep. Half of the community said they ain't never shot outside before.
Yeah.
And I can't stand shooting inside.
I agree with this as well. Most people train for their hobby, not actual real world situations.
That's a fact.
Even the guys who Um, yes, I agree with Armel on this.
Good point, Armel. Yep, that's a good point.
Armel has always had one of the most practical approaches to this whole thing that I've ever heard.
And that's based on real world situation, real world experience.
Hey, Suburban, what's up, bro?
What up, Pedro?
What's going on?
I'm glad you put a shirt on,
What's
man.
up, man?
Appreciate it.
Yeah, because
Listen, it's,
especially if
you
you got
know,
like hair and shit on your chest. That's weird.
I got a little bit, you know.
Hey, man,
So,
go ahead. I'm gonna let you go. You matter of fact, I'm gonna show you how good I am at this. I'm gonna let you speak, and then I'm gonna let Billy respond to you. Go ahead.
okay. I mean, let me preface by saying no military experience, right? No combat experience, never been shot at, never been in a gunfight, thank God. But this is my opinion on this topic, at least, right? And going back to your point, what's the point of guns? Let's just start there.
To shoot at people.
Right. For what purpose?
Huh?
To stop said person, correct? Essentially?
Yeah. Yep, to stop them.
Or
Right.
to hunt. It could be to hunt too, Pedro.
That's right.
Sure, but we're talking about,
Right.
in this scenario, you mentioned cops and criminals, right? Like, I'm taking the hunting side out of it because I don't hunt, so I can't speak on it because I'd be too ignorant.
You're not a cop either.
Yeah, I said that,
Criminal.
but I mean, I started with that. I'm not a cop. I'm not military. Never been shot at, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think, again, my perspective, right? I'm into guns for the self-defense side of things and to carry a gun to protect myself, family members, friends, whatever it is. So, in my opinion, I think I should be as effective and efficient with that firearm as possible. Agree or disagree?
Agree.
Agree.
Here's the toughest part, Pedro.
Where do you measure the effectiveness and the
Yeah.
efficiency?
That part.
Effective is a variable,
Yeah.
and
It's all relative. Effectiveness is all relative.
yeah, and efficient is
Oh,
relative too.
for sure. Of course. But there's
So,
standards
now-
out there that multiple high-level instructors have set and agreed upon.
Well, that's why
Certain
I'm asking.
metrics.
But see, here you go back to them standards again.
See,
Mhm.
remember when I started the live and I said there's a difference between the gun world and the real world. So a lot of
Sure.
people that's outside of our bubble has never had an experience with an instructor at all.
Oh,
So they
for
don't
sure.
know what those high level instructors are teaching and what standards they've set, which don't make those, to me, valid civilian standards. You see, as long as I trust,
That's fair.
if I go to California and I know I can't travel there with a firearm, I know I can call 2A and LA up and say, bro, I'm in your city, I'm gonna pull up. And I trust
Mhm.
him enough that he's familiar enough with his firearms. He doesn't have to be a grandmaster shooter. I
Mhm.
know we'll be able to fight back,
Yep.
right?
Oh, I don't
That
disagree with you.
efficiency that you're talking about. We understand how to go retrieve our firearm, how to manipulate our firearm, how to shoot our firearm and get on target. You don't have to be the fastest. You don't have to be the most accurate. You don't have to be JJ Ricazza. If I was watching a lot of these guys shoot, and then you put JJ next to him, everybody look bad.
Yeah.
Oh, I agree.
Or Rob Apicino.
Fact. I mean, that's
I
my
agree.
biggest that's my biggest issue. A lot of people never tell me, "Oh, you can't shoot." They'll say things like, "You're not a real shooter."
And what
You
is
know,
that?
Yeah, what the
Okay,
hell
so
does that mean?
I think what they mean is you're not a high level competition shooter. But to me, if you are not putting a gun on your hip every day and going out and kicking in doors or serving in the military or whatever the case may be, if you don't have the
Mhm.
threat of bullets coming back at you downrange, if you've never had that experience before, then I don't know that if you out here running around shooting paper and steel, to me that's a hobby. That
I'll
is
second
So-
not
that.
real.
So,
life.
real quick. So, how do we replicate getting shot back at?
You not
I
by
was
pressing
gonna say,
the button.
Pedro, you messing my live up because this was my second segment because you hear so much about people training,
Oh, man.
being instructors, which is great. I'm all
Mhm.
for it, bro. I'm all for it for the sport of it and for being more familiar with your firearm and being better as a shooter. I get it. But no, who and you will impress me
Mhm.
when you go live fire to live fire
with somebody.
To practice.
with somebody else, and we just see
Until
who
then.
come out on top. Then that's training would impress me.
Right.
Because
Till then,
anything else is
whatever.
for the sport, bro.
Sport.
There's no training you can do to replicate
Getting
a
shot.
real world situation. Because
Right.
even
So,
when you're doing
Let me ask a quick question, RGG. How many
real
people?
quick. So we're saying don't train because however much you do train, it ain't gonna fucking matter.
I knew you was
No,
gonna do
Right.
it.
We're saying
I mean, that's
don't
what
be.
you're saying.
I gave my disclaimer
saying-
earlier.
That's not what we're saying, Pedro. That's not what we're saying.
Hold on. We're saying don't be critical of or
Mhm.
judgmental of other people when you don't feel their level of training meets your standard. Because, and this is, I'm not saying this to you, Pedro.
agree.
I'm just saying
I agree.
whoever has that standard, nobody
Mhm.
gives a fuck. Nobody cares about your standard. You need to
Oh,
train.
I agree.
Everybody needs to train for their own personal standard for whatever their use case is. And as long as you're satisfied with your level of training for your use case, then in my book, you're good. And as long as you're safe. But because I train at a higher level and I have a higher standard than Skilly does not mean I am somehow greater than Skilly. Because if something jumped off in the street, there is no way of knowing whether I'm gonna freeze up with all my training or I'm gonna be down with it.
So I got a quick question. This
I
is
agree.
related to what you're saying, fam. On it, Lito, mute your TV screen. On the screen, who's ever rised up a weapon at another person? Mute your screen, man.
No.
Say that again, Billy.
Who have you ever brandished or pointed your weapon at another human being?
No, one been pointed at me though.
Me too.
Both.
So that real world excitement, adrenaline, etc. We want to have an idea of what we're going to do and how we're going to respond and put all that training to real. But that shit feels a little different.
No.
Well, I'll tell you this.
I
Last
mean, of
time I
course.
wasn't carrying.
I saw,
Of course it's different.
I saw somebody say a shoot house of ammunition rounds. No, man, you need to try some of these 147 grain plus P plus coming in. Because you know that them ammunition rounds, you know that they gonna sting.
Right.
They gonna hurt a little bit.
You are well aware that you're not going to die in there.
They ain't
So
gonna feel like they're not gonna feel like those 147 grain. Listen, no knock against man. Some of the best guys I know in this industry are some of the best instructors in this industry. Awesome guys, man. Shoot their behinds off. There's just a whole different. I've had these conversations with them where we sit down and talk, and you just talk about your life experiences, like for real. And a lot of these guys never been through nothing, bro. And it's no knock to them. But sometimes it feels a little weird when it's like talking to these shorties today. You know, I'm from Chicago, so when I go and you trying to talk to these shorties, and they looking at you like, "Hey, OG, you, it's over, man. Like, it's a different ball game out here, right?"
Right.
It's the same thing. So it's kind of the way I feel. Like I ain't in the field. I'm not out here no more. I'm not on the front. I don't know what they going through right now. I know what it was when I was in it. They know what it was when I was in it. It's different. It's a whole nother world. They super animals out here now. And,
I just think
the point I'm making to you is when somebody's trying to tell me something about how to survive in something that I survived in, and you never survived in it, that's weird to me.
I mean, I don't disagree. The point I'm making is, let's say 99% of the population hasn't been shot at, right? Let's just put a number out there, whatever that number is.
That's a good point.
It's like saying, nothing you do will compare to when it's real. And I agree with you 100%. I don't know what's going to happen if one day I get shot at or have to pull my gun, right? Nobody knows until it happens. But there's a way to replicate it, a fraction of it, right?
No, there's not.
Okay. I mean, then
I'm
there's
being,
no point in
I'm not,
making an
and listen,
argument.
I'm not doing this for the sake of argument, but there
Oh,
is
I
a way to
understand.
replicate it. I'm being honest. Do anybody ever
So
think that there's a way to
let me
Not
replicate
say
it?
this.
not back
Let me
at
say
unless
this.
you
There is a way to
not.
replicate mechanics.
That's a
There's
good
a
point.
there's a way to replicate noise, but it really falls short of what can be replicated in real life scenario.
Well, I give you this because I have my children, and
Yeah,
it's not to
but
be funny, but home invasions. I would have my children go through like if anybody was to wreck in the house. Not, I mean, like you can't simulate somebody shooting at you in your house. But the only thing I could do is teach my children what to do in that case if I have to have bullets fly through the house.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
can never replicate somebody shooting back at
No,
me
no.
in my
See,
house.
now that to me again. Remember, I was talking about earlier how there's so many different elements to this
Yep.
thing. Give me 1 second, Jova. When I was talking about how so many elements to this whole gun thing and scenarios, right? So to me, I think what you do is amazing, bro. I think everybody should do that. You should have a home contingency plan
Mm-hmm.
because I think that's your safest space, right? So whatever you decide to do to prepare your home is great. But one thing you can't do is figure out how to survive in these streets. Like you can't prepare for that. You can prepare at the home. You got cameras that can alert you. You got animals. You got different defense mechanisms around your house. But outside, man, you're vulnerable. Everybody.
Yeah.
I mean, I agree with you. I don't drive fire every day and do things with the expectation that I can prevent things outside. I do it so that if shit does hit the fan, hopefully I have enough fundamentals built into me that I can get my gun out efficiently and do what I need to do. Not because I'm expecting fucking whoever the fuck out there to come out and shoot me.
You're not wrong, bro.
That's not why I do it.
I agree with you. I agree with you. Like what I want you to understand is what you do and what a lot of guys that I know do, and Joe Roberts is gonna chime in on this. Guys that train every day, instructors, man, we appreciate all of you guys. Like I'm an instructor as well, bro. That's just not my lane on the internet, right? So on the flip side of that, there's no disrespect to training or anything like that. I don't even want people to feel that way. I think we're all pro training, right? But that's because we're in this space. I like to speak for the people oftentimes that are outside of the bubble. They're not in that. They don't know. And one of y'all got a loud background. Hold
Billy in
on,
the kitchen.
Billy, where you at, bro? Oh, that's is that Joe Val? Who is that?
Hey, I ain't banging no pans in no office. I ain't in nobody kitchen.
But the only point I'm making here, bro, is I get sick of people being judgmental of others, because it's the internet, right? So now they'll say, people have negative things to say, like, oh, this person can't shoot, or this person can't do that, or this, that, and the other. No, and I don't want people that's in our community, that's in and around the community, that's not as deep in the game as we are, going to the range as much and shooting as much to feel like they're inferior or
Or
they can't protect themselves. When most of these people been through a lot more than a lot of them.
right.
I can point to somebody in the chat like Armel for people that may not know. He got a story to tell.
Mm-hmm.
A real life story to tell. But you wouldn't know it by just watching us on
Yep.
the internet and talking about it. Skilly out there in Detroit. So is Howard J. Y'all ever been to Detroit?
Too-wee. It's wild out here. Man.
Yeah, I'm out there in LA. We ain't got to talk about it. So it's sort of like this advice. I know, Pedro, listen, I don't live far from you. I don't know where you live at, but I know we're not far apart.
Yeah.
You rich, bro. You don't see nothing on this side of town. Now, don't get me wrong. Now you go about 7-8 minutes the other way, it get a little ugly. But you rarely see anything on this side of town. But you should always be prepared no matter what. I always make the argument that people that are in environments that present more risk are more situationally aware than people that train every day.
Naturally.
Oh, I don't disagree with you. That's not the point I'm making. The point I'm making is when people say, "Oh, well, when it's real, it's real." Then it's almost like you're dismissing all the training that civilians can do. Like again, most people aren't military or police or have been in a gunfight or been overseas, whatever the case is. So my point of training is like, look, I can't prepare myself for what people are going to do. I can only control my environment, how efficient I am, how effective I can be, right? So I dry fire, I train, I go to matches, I do what I think, in my eyes, the most I can do to, when things do happen, right? I don't get killed in the streets, more or less.
Yeah.
But then people say, oh, well,
I hope nothing ever happens to
bullets
you.
are coming at you.
You
Well,
know,
how the fuck does a civilian replicate bullets coming at me? You can't.
you can't.
Right.
Agree.
Well, that's I'm going to get out and get shot. Yeah, right. But you can't. So, like, there has to be some level of acceptable simulated training where when someone goes, well, you're not getting shot at. Yeah, well, no shit.
Let me ask
I'm
you
not
this
here to
question.
get shot
I
at.
swear I'm not being funny, and this is an honest question. Anybody out here answer it? How do you train to not get shot?
You can't.
Think about that.
Not get shot? You can't.
Yeah,
Train not
see,
get shot.
we train to shoot to be better shooters, right? To
You got to pop.
Military guys might train a lot more getting off the X, all that stuff. But how do you train to not get shot? Like Joe Va, go ahead, bro.
There is an answer to that.
I believe it. I'm waiting to hear it.
The best way to train to not get shot.
Well, I think you might be muted.
Who that?
No, Joe Va. There you go. There you go, bro. Joe Va, we can hear you now.
Man with the hood on.
No, we
You
can't
make-
hear you now.
Joe, yeah, we can't hear you.
Hey, Joe.
We can't hear you.
You got technical difficulties going on.
Patrick got the answer right there. That's how you train to not
Right.
get shot.
Anyway,
That's the number one training to not get
bullets
shot.
ain't fine yet. You better have some de-escalation techniques. Be able to talk to people.
Yeah. So,
That's a big deal, and we don't train for that shit. You be able to talk to people.
Pedro, I 100% agree with you. Like, as civilians, we need to do whatever we can to be as proficient as we can with our firearm. There is nothing wrong with shooting competitions. There is nothing wrong with taking training courses, and all that's great. I'm just not down with the people who look down at other people because they don't participate in that level of training. That's all my point is.
I agree.
I mean, I don't disagree with you. You know what I mean? Like, I haven't shot a match in, I don't know, 4 months. Let's call it. But I dry fire every day. So, like, I think there is, in my opinion, a minimum of a level of training that you can be doing. You know what I mean? I haven't shot a gun in 3 months. But dry fire does 80% of the job. You know what I mean?
Hey, can you hear me now?
Can I ask
Yes,
y'all a question?
yes.
It bugs me too when people
Please,
say
Joe.
you have to be accurate to defend yourself. The accuracy part of
You kind of do, Skilly.
Yeah,
I mean,
you need to be able to hit what you shoot.
because a lot of people make it seem like you got to be dead on accurate.
you don't
because
gotta
a lot of times
smash
when you
shots on
bring
top
it
of
up,
each other.
a lot of times it's seconds that counts for your life. So you're not going to be completely accurate
Hyper G, what up,
when
what up, baby?
bullets are coming back at you. Because that irritates me a lot. Where you got to be absolutely on spot accurate.
Skilly, I think what you're talking about is bullseye shooting.
Right.
You don't need to be bullseye accurate, but you need to be accurate enough to hit what you're
Enough
aiming.
right.
Right. Just need to exactly. That's right, fam. You just need to be able to shoot what you're shooting at. You need to be able to hit it.
Hit it. Right.
Hey,
But people
RGG, thanks for
I,
having me
I
on.
hear that like you got to be perfect when you pull out that holster.
What you say, Joe?
I said thanks for having me on. Hey, two things going back like to that earlier comment. What I was saying was nothing is 100%, right? You can study for a test for a year and still fail it, right? So with that being said, one true way to avoid a gunfight is the one, not get in them. Two, if you get into stuff, de-escalation and walk away. You always got a choice to walk away. You always got a choice to get off the X and don't engage, right? The second thing, going to Pedro, the thing about gunfights and everything else, right? This is this right here. Everyone has a plan until you get punched in the face. And then you get hit hard enough in the face, everyone starts reconsidering their life decisions. I should have been a priest, I should have did this. I should have did that. That's just a fact. That's just a fact, right? And again, going back to 2A in LA, what's up, man?
I can't hear shit.
There is no there's no standard in the civilian sector to define who's a good shot and what's a good shot. Everything is so subjective; it's not objective. Because you got some guys that's extreme long range shooters, and they're talking about sub half minute MOA. You got some guys that's just putting them on a target, and that's good enough. So again, as a civilian, there's no standard, no discriminator, right? What the military does and what the civilian sector does is two separate things. Remember, everyone in the military doesn't go to war. They might deploy, but they don't go to war, right? There's a difference between the deployment patch and the combat patch. And just because you go over there and you got a patch doesn't mean someone was engaged in hostilities. And again, someone put in there, I think Siege put in there, you can train 10, 15, 20 years. And when that time comes, you either put up or you nut up. And again, you're not going to raise to the occasion. You're going to sink to your baseline level of training. That's why these
try not
people.
to say nut up again. Could you just try not to say
Oh, I'm
that?
sorry. That's why these very highly functioning units all they do is train, right? That's what you see them doing. Your hostage rescue, FBI HRT, all they do is train. The U.S. Marshal SOG group, all they do is train. The DOE tactical group, all they do is train, and they vary that training so it becomes more instinct than will, if that makes any sense. Right? So and Pedro, you're right. There's no way in the civilian sector that I can get you to feel what it's like on a two-way range. However, I can send you down south to Mexico, I can send you to Ukraine, and I can send you over to Israel. Those options are available.
Correct, but that's not civilian.
Oh,
right.
I
mean, sure. If I'm living in those countries, yeah. But
that's
moving.
Volunteer. You can go over there and volunteer.
Oh no, I agree with you. But then we're moving the goalposts, right? It's like, well, if you go overseas or to these war countries, then you'll get some action. What I'm saying is, sure, for me training for 20 years and shit, when it does happen, it may not work. Those 20 years increases my probability way of a hell lot more as if I didn't train.
Yeah, I don't.
That's the point I make. Like, yeah, it's not the end all be all, but the more I do it, the more chance I have.
If you want some practice, go clean up some of these disenfranchised neighborhoods, man. Just tell people to stop selling your drugs, and then you'll experience that. You know what I mean? You need to stop doing that. Then you'll experience that, and you'll be doing good for society, man.
Let me get some order here.
You know.
Somebody's in a lot of wind. Whoever's in a windy area.
That's me. I'll turn down my volume.
Okay.
Is that better?
I'll just mute you until you're ready to talk.
Yeah.
So the biggest thing is Pedro absolutely is standing on a point that we all follow. We all train to the best of our ability for whatever we try to squeeze self-defense in there, but it's a whole lot of just sport and hobbyist type shit. But we are training to be more proficient no matter what. And that's what Pedro is point.
It's a sport, you know what I mean? It's a sport. When you training for a sport.
I agree. Because in most cases, because I know some guys who knock the guys on the competition side. They don't necessarily knock it, but I've seen guys question those guys because they say, yes, it's all fun and games when you're shooting steel targets. You ever seen hold on.
So are we saying that carrying a gun is for sport?
No.
Carrying a gun is for fun.
No. What the fuck are we talking about? What are we doing?
Don't say we. Only one person said that.
Right, only one person said that.
I said that. It's for fun. Yo, seriously, the gun is the last thing I will ever use. The gun is the last thing. The last thing. All the time. Most of the stuff is etiquette and just, it's psychological. Most of the stuff is de-escalation. If you can't do that, you hit already.
So, Armel, what you're saying is psychological security. If pretty much.
Yeah, it's psychological security. If you carrying a gun, the weight and the Peter roll somebody, something wrong with you. You got, you're a little bit too paranoid, smoking some of that little cocoa. You know what I mean? Something wrong.
He said waiting to Peter roll somebody. Oh.
Now I'm not, but that's what it seemed like. A lot of these people carrying guns are way too paranoid, bro. And they take this shit way too serious. The gun don't save your life. You save your life.
I understand. I'm glad you made the clarification because you said they take it way too serious. If you carrying a gun, you should take it serious.
Take it serious. Yeah.
I think it should be
Yeah,
But you
the most
should be
level of
able to
serious if you have a gun in your
de-escalate.
waist.
You should be
Yeah.
able to
yeah.
de-escalate if possible.
Right.
Oh, I don't disagree with you.
I agree with that. You should be able to de-escalate. You should be able to
Yeah.
use.
Yeah.
You should be able to use
Let
this
me,
gun.
ask you. That was
when you-
Armel's take. Because Pedro, you
Yeah.
just said something. You said, "What are we doing here?" That was one person that said that. We disagree with that one person. That's cool.
I mean, I'm saying as a general, like a.
I do agree with.
I'm not saying we, but like.
Yeah, but let me ask you this though.
Someone saying.
What do you carry a gun for? You sound like you carry a gun to train and shit.
Hold on.
I carry a gun 24/7.
Let me get some.
For what?
God damn it!
What do you mean for what?
Clarity here, man.
For what?
Hold on.
Let me get some clarity here. I want to ask a question. Pedro, what advice would you give to a civilian gun owner, somebody that's not in our space, not in this gun world, this bubble that we're in? They're just a gun owner. They're going to buy a gun. They want to protect their home. They say there's a lot going on in the world. What advice would you give to them?
It's what to everyone. I tell everyone, take a stop the bleed class, first of all. And then I think it's important to take some kind of like intro to shooting class to get some kind of baseline of fundamentals.
Okay.
That's it.
Yeah, I got a partner. He said he wants to do gun, but I told him, go ahead. I'm sorry.
What if the pushback is they work a crazy schedule and they really don't have the money for training? What could they do?
Yeah, I mean, I think there's plenty of what's the word I want to use here? Like, not approved, but like knowledgeable and like industry accepted, so to speak, content online. I mean, it's everywhere that you can research and look into things. I didn't get into guns and training and initially because of trainers and like classes.
What is industry accepted? Now I got to.
So like, if you look at like Achilles Heel Tactical, he's an industry wide. Just an example here. Like trainer that's very much accepted in the industry in terms of like the knowledge he provides, the standards, things of that nature. Scott Jedlinski is one. Like, there's a bunch out there, just to name a few.
So
that are like
monkey wrench in
accepted.
I'm gonna throw a monkey wrench in there.
Sure.
And this is not aimed toward anybody. It's just an idea of that comes along with it. We talk about training and being proficient, etc. How many people in the chat or on the screen run a half a mile nonstop to get out of the way of fire?
Me?
Not me.
Not me.
Damn sure not me.
This is a question I have.
But I can run 4 miles.
Hey,
This is the
actually,
question I
Billy brought up a good point, right? Because everyone's so concentrated on the firearm, but no one's
Armel,
talking
you
about the physical and the mental, right? Because you could be the best 2-gunner, 3-gunner, 8-gunner, whatever, but you don't have that mental aspect when it comes time to execute.
I thought Armel was going to talk.
You don't execute, right? You could be the best shot there is, but you can't physically move from one station to the next. Those stations are a mile and a half apart, right?
Well, I got a partner at work that wants to get a gun, but he knows that he's like a little hothead.
Skilly,
so I tell him before he goes get a gun.
Wasn't talking, Skilly.
He ain't talking.
He was talking.
When was he talking? I ain't hear him talk. Anybody heard Armel talk?
No, it wasn't Armel. Somebody else was talking.
Joe was talking. What are you talking about?
Armel said he was about to talk. He was
Joe Bob was in the middle of something.
Joe Bob was in the middle of talking, bro. That was very.
I'm sorry, Joe. I'm sorry. I thought that was Armel. I was waiting on Armel to say something. I'm sorry. Go ahead, sir.
But so again, it's one of those things where you have to tie or attempt to tie all three together, and no one's going to be 100% in everything. So the Marine Corps has a very good saying. They say a 60% solution is good, 60% is passing, right? Navy SEALs, it's alleged they don't plan because no plan survives initial contact. So that's one of those things that, like Skilly said, like there's that intimidation about accuracy and everyone's getting all these A-zone shots and the man card and all this and all that. No, you have to get effective rounds on target. That's what stops a threat. So again, we have to, in my opinion, just my opinion, we have to figure out what's best for me, because there's what 8, 9 people up here, and we probably got 10 different standards of what accuracy is, what a good shooter is, right? I know we got differences of opinions of what's a good handgun, and should it be this or should it be that. So, I think the civilian sector has to come along and say, hey, look, this is objective criteria. And this is how we got this objective criteria, analyzing gunfights in the civilian world from the last 30 years. This is how they happen from 0 to 7 yards at 2:30 in the morning around, wherever. And that's your baseline. But no one's going to do that. It's always, my technique is the best technique. So I'm trying to sell you that $1,000 course, because 10 years ago, I was with DOE SWAT, I was with LAPD SWAT, I was with, whatever, right? We have to stay relevant. That's just my opinion. Training techniques change, right? Training apparatuses change, right? So you have to stay relevant, and I have to be able to teach what I know. I have to get what I know up here into Zach. And just because I'm a good shot, if I can't get Zach to a certain level, I'm not really a good teacher.
Let me say this real quick. I want to make sure we get back to the topic. The topic tonight was, can you actually shoot? That's the question. It's just a basic question. And I think that sometimes, and the reason I brought the point up in general was, there's so much criticism on people that's watching other people shoot guns, typically on the internet, and judging them. I used to get it a lot when I first started, when I first got on YouTube. I used to get it a lot more. I don't get as much pushback anymore, because I be learning that I'm talking to nerds often, right? Like I don't even get into the arguments with them. I'm not a competition shooter. That's why I shoot people in the foot, not literally, but figuratively, by saying that I'm not a competition shooter. But I feel confident in being able to protect myself and my family. This whole thing, I just don't want people to feel like they missing something, or feel like they lacking somewhere. The advice I would give people, that I do give to people, is, if you're going to own a firearm, know how to be safe and use it properly. That's the advice I'm giving them, right? If you can't try to get to the range, at least know how to shoot the gun and how to operate the gun, know what it feels like when it's time to shoot it, teach it, learn how to get on target, whatever that takes. But you need to get practice. Talk to the RSOs at the range, whatever it takes. Everybody can't afford to go out and spend $150 on a class. Everybody.
I agree with you.
People that can't.
I don't think anybody should impose their standards on anybody else. If it's or concealed carry, if it's competition, if it's like shooting for fun, I think frowning on somebody or frowning upon somebody that doesn't do what you do is morally wrong, right? Because like you said, some guys don't have the funds to do it. Like shooting's expensive, especially nowadays. Gas is fucking expensive. Shooting's expensive. Everything's expensive.
I have a question for the panel. The question is, right? Should a person have a gun, even if they don't shoot? Just to have guns. If they like a gun, should they have guns?
Yeah, I say so.
So, but what I'm hearing is you shouldn't have a gun unless you get this training and that training and stop the bleed. And I'm not saying
who said that?
Who said that? Who said that?
I'm saying though.
Who said that?
Before you said for a handgun purchase, right? Before a person go purchase their first handgun, like hey, like Skilly's buddy. Skilly buddy said, hey, I want to get a gun, but I'm a hothead. You know what I mean? If you could get a gun, get a gun. I say that. You know what I mean? All that other stuff is underlined, and you need to work that out anyway.
I think.
Wait, hold on. I was asked what I recommend to new shooters. If someone does take a stop the bleed or doesn't take it, I don't give a fuck.
I wasn't talking specifically about you, Pedro. I'm sorry.
And the fact that Skilly's friend actually is kind of self-aware.
He's self-aware.
Hey, I might get myself in trouble. That ain't a bad thing.
No, it's not.
Nah,
I
it's
tell him
not.
you got to change your mindset. He has to change his mindset. That
But
was the
that's
advice I
working.
gave.
That's a work in progress, and that's everybody. You know what I mean? Like Billy has said, that psychological aspect of it. Him knowing that he's a hothead and he has a gun might be the thing to cool his ass off because of the consequences that come with it.
Or it might be the thing to get his ass locked up too.
Locked up
Well,
too.
that's something, the consequences that he got to deal with. You know what I mean?
That's but
The
you that
consequences are
my
good and the
situation,
consequences are bad, but
bro,
it's still
Armel.
consequences.
But in that case, for me as a black male talking to another black male, you got to get your mindset. You got to shift your
You got to
mindset.
get your mindset regardless of a gun or not, bro. That's all I'm saying. If your mind ain't right, your mind ain't gonna be right with or without the gun.
I got to bounce, but
I
let me just
disagree, bro.
answer Armel's question really quick. I carry a gun the same reason I have car insurance, the same reason I eat nutritious foods. It's because I do whatever I can to increase my probability of hopefully avoiding the unavoidable. That's all.
That was deep.
Hey, Pedro, can I say this? You look a
I'm just
lot.
saying.
You look a lot
Stay
meaner without
ready.
your
I
glasses.
like that.
Say it again, I didn't hear you. Sorry.
I say you
Stay
look a lot
ready. I
meaner
like
without
that,
your
Pedro.
glasses. Well, what'd you say?
I'm sorry. I heard Armel. I can't hear Billy.
I said you look a lot meaner without your glasses.
Oh, yeah. I just can't see without them, unfortunately.
Before you go, Pedro, can you shoot?
I should okay.
Let me ask you a quick question. I know you want to leave, but this is important. It's something I faced about 5 years ago. Without your glasses,
Uh-huh.
can you shoot?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I've shot matches before without glasses or without my prescription glasses.
Yeah.
I forgot them at home or something happened. I remember I had to use like the standard like range glasses, and that's fine. I mean, most targets on like in that scenario in a competition were at a maximum 25, 30 yards. So you're still, silhouette range, let's call it. So,
I'm sorry, man. I'm laughing this kind.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah. Hey, RGG, I want to ask you a question in this right here,
yeah, be
right?
safe. Peace.
Hey, take these, Pedro.
Please, Pedro.
Couple of comments up. Someone wrote that all cops do is shoot like 100 rounds a year and everything else, right? And there's this thing out there that everyone says cops can't shoot, cops can't shoot. And I like to counter that and just say that apparently they can shoot because if they're carrying a gun, it means they met their department's requirements for their firearms proficiency, right? So is it the quantity of rounds that you shoot or the quality of rounds that you shoot? Because if they couldn't shoot, their department wouldn't let them carry a firearm, right?
Well, I think, Jovad, when people, and I don't agree with that, I agree with you, but I think when people say stuff like that, they're saying that most of these department standards are not up to whatever they feel the standard should be.
And I'm glad you said that to in LA because that goes back to what I originally said. What is the standard? Because you have a standard, I have a standard, Billy has a standard, Fat Guy with Guns has a standard, Armel has a standard, Block has a, there's what, 8 standards. There's at least 8 standards on this panel. There's at least 8 panels on 8 standards on this
You
panel.
probably
Right?
got a standard too. Just don't know.
So the funny thing about Armel, he said something earlier when he was in the chat that I really hold high in what he said is that most of the time I just like to look at my guns.
I do.
I look at
And
my
Jovad clown me every day about that shit. I don't care. I don't care. They mine. I spent my bread on them. If I shoot them, I don't shoot them. So what? They mine. You know what I mean? I don't go to training. So what? They mine.
That is the most basic statement, but it's one of the truest.
It's the truest statement.
So
Good, everybody.
I said, Pedro, can you shoot? He said, I think I'm okay. And you're saying that, but to whose standards, right? Because you're kind of living whatever it is. this bar is has been set by whoever this group of individuals is. I feel like that throws people off. So my whole purpose of doing this was to hopefully help somebody that's listening tonight regain, if they didn't have it already, or gain their confidence with their firearms. Just know what you need to know. Whatever firearm you own, know how to be safe with it, know how to properly use that gun. You know, I encourage you to get training if you can. You know,
I mean, most people can't do that.
No, that's true, bro. That's true. And
Roblox.
if you can, I encourage you to at least, because you'll see people buy a firearm and they say, "Yeah, I got this for the house," but they never shoot it.
Right, go shoot it.
And they will never know what to do. You know, they may not know what to do when that time came. So at least know how to properly use your firearm and be safe. It's not, there is no stand. I thought Jovas said this earlier. To me as a civilian, there is no standard that you need to meet. Right? Only in this bubble that we live in.
And usually, RGG, it's people that shoot competition. Let me throw out just two numbers real quick. There are approximately 107 million gun owners in the United States. There are approximately 30,000 US PSA gun competition shooters. 107 million and 30,000.
Wow.
Okay? So the 30,000 are not going to set the standard for the 107 million. Can we knock it off with that, please?
But where's this arbitrary standard that we're talking about? Because I've never really seen a competition shooter say this is the standard that needs to be met.
Oh no! You got to read my comments. You got to read the comments on my
There's plenty of people wrote. There's plenty of people.
What they say, stay out the comments. Stay out the comment section. Two ways. Stay out there.
There's plenty of people.
I tell them that all the time. Stop reading them comments.
Stop reading the comments, man. Because I mean, everybody is the greatest shooter in the world on the keyboard.
That part.
I ain't seen damn target. I tell my students all the time, can you put rounds on target?
Yep.
Like this big square, this silhouette. Can you put rounds on that? If you can put rounds on that,
I got a question, Robot. Right? And you tell me you I got you on video. You said, "Oh no, you can't shoot for real." So you wanted to say you can't shoot dudes. Yo, and you remember that day, right?
I remember vividly.
Yeah, you my dude though. But Roblox for real though, right? I think it's seriously, and this is just my opinion, but I think shooting people or the idea of shooting people is being overly complicated. It don't take that much. And like RGG said, these kids out here doing all of this crazy stuff, blowing people away with little to no training. They've stayed in the house, they played with the gun, they probably had an ND, then they run out in the street, coming to a problem and blowing somebody. It's not that complicated to put holes in people.
There's a difference. There's a difference.
There's a different type of problem solving. Say that different, Mel.
Hold on. But they got switches now.
Nah, even before the switches, this switch thing is new.
Hold on. They point in a direction and they pull the trigger. That's what they're doing now. They just pointing in a direction and they pulling the trigger.
That's really happening in these industries.
That's really happening. There's no control over anything. So
ain't no training for that.
They just pulling the trigger and 100 rounds. It's just going down the block.
Is that complicated?
It's not that complicated.
Even before the switches, this was happening. This is not a new phenomenon.
It's you, bro. It's you, Armel.
Yeah. Hey. So guys, think to Roblox's point, right? Shooting a gun is a gross motor skill. Aiming a gun and getting accuracy and precision, that's a fine motor skill. There's a lot of people out there with gross motor skills. And here's this thing that we call accuracy by volume. If you shoot enough stuff in a certain area, you're going to hit something.
I'm going to get hit.
that's just the deal of it. So all this kids out there doing this and doing that, yeah, okay. But generally, when you take someone that's doing that and you take someone you match them up that has a little bit of training, that person with a little bit of training generally comes out ahead. Not always, because people get lucky.
It's luck involved. Yep, it's luck involved. Just about to say
Yeah,
that.
I mean, you know, it happens, right? But generally, you're gonna place your money on the team that's better trained, that's doing the training every day, that's better equipped, that's doing it and everything else. There's those long shots that come in.
Black King, what up? Yeah, I don't disagree. I don't disagree, Joe. I think
Yeah.
I still think so much of it is relative, right? Like you gotta. Well, I keep seeing people like we talk about standards. Like I'll ask you guys individually, Zach, what is your standard?
My
What
standard.
standard do you set for yourself as a shooter?
I mean, I hit what I'm aiming at, man. You know me. I'm very basic. When I pull that gun out, am I going to hit what I'm shooting at?
Okay, that's fair.
I'm very simplistic when it comes to shooting and why I have a gun. Like Armel asked her, why do you carry a gun? I carry a gun just in case I got to shoot a motherfucker. That's why I carry a gun, to protect myself. And I look at it just that basic. There's no other, not for fun, not because I just want to look at it. If that was the case, I would leave my gun in the house. There was no reason for me to carry it. But that's my standard is that when I pull it out, can I hit what I'm shooting at? And not hit what's behind it or on the side of it or whatever. That's my standard.
Well, that's the other thing too about these competition guys, because in a competition setting, as somebody who has shot at the competition and somebody who's been shot at, I can tell you that I've never been in a match and felt like this feels just like what it felt like when I was in the hood and bullets were whizzing by my head. No, it never felt that way. Yeah, no, it was different.
Let me ask you this. Let me ask you
Wait,
this.
hold on, and let me just say to get this one last one off too. That also with competition shooters, sometimes they are incented to have a mic, to have a miss. In the real world, your misses can result in loss of life, in loss of unintended life. And so there is a different standard for real life interactions than competition interactions. So I would just put those things out there.
Hey, I got one thing to say about that, right? I've seen people on IG and everything else, these competition shooters, they'll go out and they'll game the stage. You know, they're like, right? I've never seen that happen in real life. I never seen RGG come to my house. Yeah, I'm gonna come in here. Q's gonna be sitting at the kitchen table. I'm gonna go around this and everything else. I'm just saying. So competition shooting is good.
And listen, man, we ain't gonna crap on the competition shooters. I got a lot of
RGG. I'm not crapping on them, man, because throughout competition shooting, they brought a lot of innovation to the gun world. They brought you free floated rails.
Like to me, you hear it from all angles.
Optics.
You get brought your optics. Everybody talks about it, and I'm all for it, bro. Like I think all of us that are in this sport. See, some guys get offended when you call it a sport, but they shouldn't. For us that's in the sport of it, all of that stuff is good, man. Because I've seen guys do everything from extreme training to you ever watch Fred get down, Survival Sister Fred?
Yep.
That's my boy. He be out there. He do 77 push-ups. He pick a car up, throw a sledgehammer, shoot the AR, run 100 yards, come back, do a baseball.
But that's designed to do. That's designed to heighten your heart rate.
Right.
No, I understand. I get it all. I'm not bro. I'm impressed. Like I love it. The fact that he do that stuff, that's dope to me. Again, to me, that's more like that's the passion in him to do that.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So me being the in shape, slim, lightweight fella that I am,
facts.
I just choose not to do all of that.
Your ears ain't even
lightweight or light skin.
Now when I'm fat,
facts.
Hey, you in one shape, circle.
Right.
Hey, bro, chill out. Let me finish. So the point I'm making is everybody's not going to physically be able to do all of that, right? There's people that are more limited than me physically. So everybody can't do that. So how are those people supposed to protect themselves? They can't. Is that what you're saying? So
I don't know.
how do you explain the old lady that got to shoot somebody when they try to come in the house? How does she do that? She just knew how to use her firearm.
She got lucky, man. And there's thousands of stories of things that shouldn't have happened where people just mag dumped on someone, didn't hit them, and then either they end up in cuffs or they end up in the morgue. A lot of it has to do with luck, man. A lot of it has to do with luck.
Well,
And then once your
I had
luck runs
a,
out, you gotta fall back on your training.
I had a lady. Well, I actually went to grade school, middle school, and high school with her son. I've been knowing him since I was little. So she took my class. She was 80 years old. She said the reason why she took her class is because somebody. So he had previously gave her a Glock 19. So she said that her husband was gone. She was in the house. She heard a noise. She heard glass fall. So she went and she grabbed the Glock 19. She said she looked. Actually, she said she grabbed a knife first and said, "I ain't gonna be able to do nothing with this." She put that down. Then she remembered that Willie had gave her that Glock 19. She went and grabbed the Glock 19. She picked it up
Willie.
and she said, "What am I gonna do with this? I don't know the first thing about this thing." Luckily, it was just some debris from a truck from next door that hit the glass. She came and took my class 2 weeks later. She ended up being the best shooter in my class.
What up, twin?
However, I asked her, did she feel comfortable at the end of the class? And she said, kinda, but I think I still might freeze up in that type of situation. I said, could you pick up the gun, point in that direction, and just pull the trigger? She said, I think I could do that because I ain't had no clue that that's what I could do or had to do the last time. So a little bit of training to somebody who has a blank canvas could work
To
wonders
save their life.
to save their life.
Yeah.
Yep.
100%.
Just a little bit, just an 8-hour class, anything could do a lot to save someone's life.
And let me tell y'all this: it's something that
What's up, Al?
that gun guy had.
What up, Alex?
This kind of would play into also. Do you have the mental capacity to take somebody else's life? So all that training, all that
Woo!
event going on during this time, are you
Yep.
right with yourself and whatever God you praise to actually put an end to somebody else's life? And that's something that you cannot fucking train for.
And
And I
everybody say yeah until it's time to do it though.
I go
Like,
through that shit in my
You
class.
never I don't think you'll ever truly know until you actually
No,
go up
no.
against it. I don't think you'll ever know. You like to hope that you don't freeze. You like
I'm
to
gonna tell y'all something, and I
hey,
say this
I like to
now,
hope, but you don't know.
the old man. I say this now to y'all, and I mean this from my heart, bro. My sons will tell you. I tell them this stuff all the time. There's nothing about the streets of the inner city to glorify.
Nothing.
Like as I'm older now, I get it. Like you can I can talk and all that. Because one of the things that irritate me is you'll get somebody that's talking because you came from a certain environment or you've been through certain stuff, and I was raised in gang culture and seeing all this crazy stuff, and lost a lot of homies young, and you some people like to wear that as a badge, like yeah, I like this is crazy, man. I wish I didn't lose my friends.
Mhm.
You get what I'm saying? Like I always talk, y'all, man. Y'all don't know how scarred I am. You see me. It's in the music I listen to. It's in everything that I do. It follows me because I be feeling like I was blessed. I was so lucky to not have to witness a lot of what, or not have to be a victim of a lot of what went on around me. So to be able to get out of those situations, you never want to see them. I hate when people make this thing. This is fun to me. This whole gun world and this 2A and YouTube and all of this is fun. Meeting all these new people, we do the meetup. All of this stuff is fun to me. You understand? But nothing is more important than life, your family, things that you want to be able to protect. That's why we have these firearms, so we should know how to use them. Do what you got to do. But I'm not I'm not with all the judging other people's stuff. And you can do what you want. It's your platform. You want to tell other people they can't shoot, you can make comments and do whatever. But I believe that if you know how to properly use your firearm, you can shoot. If you're safe with it and you know how to use it, you can shoot. I feel like everybody should do this, but these are not things that I knew prior to getting into this space 5, 6 years ago. Before I came into this space, I didn't understand. Like I didn't know about all the instructors. I didn't know about all these different classes or competition, and I didn't know none of that. And there's a million people out there, like Fam said, there's a million people out there right now who are just like I was
Mm-hmm.
prior to coming into this bubble.
100%.
And how many of y'all actually? How many actually, when y'all see the young dudes at the range, not necessarily unsafe, but they in there, and it seems like the knowledge is lacking. How many of us go up to them and actually try to give them some pointers on how to be better?
They look like us. I've done that plenty times, man.
So and my
I'd be happy if I said I do that. I don't say nothing to nobody.
I've done that plenty of times. I'm
I've
always
done
a ball guy on the range, man. Plenty of times.
I try to like, because most of the time when I'm shooting,
Yes.
I get people that come over and be like, "What you shooting?" or "Damn, that's some good shooting," or some shit like that, or they want to shoot some shit that I got, and then we'll sit there and we'll politic a little bit, and then I'll be like, well, because an old white man taught me how to shoot long ass time ago. Like my first two range trips, he was there them first two times, and he was like, "I see you holding your gun like this." He was like, "Come here, let me show you something." And I've been on the road. I've been on the path ever since, and I just feel like that's how we should be. We should be able to, like, even in the gym, if I see somebody doing the exercise wrong, hey man, you might want to do this angle, grab it like this, and I'm telling you, you'll get a better burn out of it, and you'll build your muscle faster. You want to come in here 2 times a week and build your muscle faster, or try to do it 5, 6 times. So he was like, you know what I'm saying? I try to help out as much as I can, especially if I see somebody not necessarily doing something unsafe, but trying to see if they can do it a little better.
Anybody in here from Chicago? Anybody in the chat from Chicago?
Let me say this, and this is no knock to everybody, but sometimes when we feel like we're helping, sometimes we're crippling or even teaching wrong. And we're all at certain levels. Like I've seen, and this is so common at my range, a boyfriend trying to teach a girlfriend. He might know more than she does, and I'll sit there and watch him teach her something wrong. That shit happens all the time. Sometimes I intervene. Sometimes I just intervene with conversation, not so much placement or.
I don't mess with couples.
In that situation, I wouldn't.
I don't mess with couples.
He'll feel embarrassed just because you say
yeah. I just leave that. That's an ego situation. That's an ego situation. I don't mess with couples, man.
So don't do domestic disputes. Now, what RGG was talking about earlier, kind of everybody being in a different realm of the space that we're in. I know that a lot of people in here carry but have optics on their firearms. And you'll say, what type of optic is? Oh, that's a 6 MOA. That's a 3 MOA. And ask them what the fuck MOA is. Some of them have the answer. It's mid-angle. Some of them won't know how to measure that, but they'll have that answer to what the fuck. So we all
menace of asses.
So we'll all kind of be sitting in this certain area of still growing, still learning.
I asked a question to anybody out there from Chicago. I see a couple of guys out there. You ever been to, it's a range in Chicago called Eagle Range, far south side. And sometimes, this just true, you get a lot of shorties from the neighborhood that go there to warm up on their skills. Right? Without saying too much.
Mm-hmm.
They in there with the Dracos, they in there with what it used to be. And this is a real thing. Like the shorties would go up there to freshen up, like get into it. this really happens. So sometimes to me, it's kind of hard to like.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying.
You see what I'm saying? I feel like
I see what
I
you're
feel
saying.
like I'm contributing to the problem at that point.
Yeah. See, I mean, I see. I know what you're saying.
So,
Toledo is a little bit more tamped down than Chicago.
Yeah.
It just might be some young
So
no,
dudes in there shooting.
so it's city, man.
I'm all for talking to shorties in the hood and telling them, um, you know how many kids is in the streets so heavy that have no felonies,
Mm,
record clean as a whistle,
mm,
and they running around doing everything to mess that up.
mm.
Yep.
So I love to talk to them to be like, bro,
Get legal.
you could not. It ain't even about getting legal. I ain't gonna tell them to get legal to go get illegal. But the point I try to make is, bro, you got everything in front of you.
Yeah.
You know, most kids in them situations don't want to be in them.
No,
Yeah.
no.
See, RGG, I would say,
I mean, absolutely, bro.
yeah, I
Absolutely.
would say, it comes-
No, that's true. Bro. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Where they
It's
getting
tough.
all these guns from? RGG.
Huh?
Where they getting all these guns from?
Shit.
I'm just saying, like, it's got to be
I mean,
deeper than that,
hey,
man.
in the
Where they
same
getting all
place
these
I was
guns?
getting guns from when I was a shorty, bro. I told y'all, like, yeah, it ain't nothing, man. I don't know. Like I say, the whole point of this was for us to understand, man. Let it be fun, man. Because some people, boy, it can get discouraging at times. I bet you for somebody watching and somebody telling you that you can't shoot. You got people trying to go. Come on, man.
I'm
You know what?
sorry,
You
Armel.
got people out here
Uh,
spending. I'm finna
I'm sorry, Armel.
guys now. We got people out here spending $600 trying to port a gun, talking about it's gonna shoot flatter. You know, this is the entertainment. That's the entertainment side of this, right? We're not doing that to defend ourselves. We're doing that. I know that. I know I'm not.
Ghetto.
I'm not. On nothing. I don't. And nothing against people doing that because I don't disagree with Pedro. Pedro's like, why wouldn't you want your carry gun to shoot soft or whatever? That's fine. Like I don't disagree. But for me personally, the 3, 4 guns that I have in the carry rotation, none of them have any external work done to them. Maybe one of them got a Cerakote on it, but that's about it. But that's not everybody else's cup of tea. Some people might say, "No, I hook my carry gun up like I hook every other gun up." You know, it is what it is. To each his own, right? We get back to the SPO thing. I love saying it. I'm gonna continue to repeat it. To each his own. The only thing I want to push to people that I think should be universal is be safe. Don't hurt yourself or nobody around you unintentionally.
Mhm.
If you don't have to, be safe. Learn firearm safety. Learn your gun. Learn your gun. I would tell the guys, man, when I do classes, when I was back home and I was doing a lot of classes, and when I go back to Chicago, I'll do classes. That anybody that's ever taken a class with me will tell you, I spend 75% of the time talking about the shit that ain't firearm related. Because now you're getting the concealed carry, right? But you ain't getting the concealed carry to go shoot somebody.
Hmm.
Nope.
Right? So that understanding that, like understanding teaching people how to be aware, like I'll remind them, like show them things about when they walked into the class, how they got out their car and how they wasn't paying attention to what was around them and
Yep. Situational awareness.
situational with stuff like that, man. Like teaching that part of the game. How many people own a firearm? Man, I had a homie one time hand me his gun. He's like, man, I think this thing need cleaning, man. Boy, we opened that thing up. I said, Lord have mercy.
Dirtiest.
The gun looked like the inside of it was made of fur, man.
Hey, I had to
never been clean like this.
Hey, I had a dude bring me his AR. He was like, "Man, my AR broke, man. I knew I shouldn't have brought this shit." I was like, "Man, just bring it over." Dude brought it over. He literally pulled out of my driveway and was driving down the block. I took the rifle out the case. The trigger was in the locked back position because he pulled the trigger, but all he had to do was just pull the charging handle back to reset the damn trigger. So I pulled the charging handle back, reset the trigger, and I called him right back before he hit the stop sign. I said, "Turn around." He was like, "For what?" He was like, "Something wrong?" I said, "Dude, I fixed your rifle." You simulated the trigger pull, so you gotta manipulate the charging handle. He was like, "Oh shit, man, I done wasted my time and yours. You trying to go get something to eat?" I'm like, "Yeah, man, let's go get some lunch."
Here's
He done throw everything
right
at his
here, man. And I'm gonna tell y'all something now. Now, here's one thing about this, what I like to call this immediate community of us that's typically in this live stream. And I say this wholeheartedly. We will talk about you, but it's all in love.
All in
Yep.
love.
Because there's somebody right now that's listening that ain't never cleaned their gun.
Yeah.
It's somebody
Wait,
in chat right now.
Wait, hold on a second. RGG, you supposed to clean your guns?
You're
Yeah,
right.
you
Right, exactly. They never clean. They don't even know. They don't know how to. Somebody don't know how to break the gun down.
I don't
But
know.
listen,
Take the light
but
off.
listen to this though. I say this and I mean this from the heart. If you own a firearm, you got a handgun, be it whatever it is, and you don't know how to break that gun down,
Ooh, that's
do not be embarrassed to shoot one of us a message or email. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. I will take time out of whatever I'm doing to walk you through it or show you how, or put you in the right direction. Go watch, find a video on it. There's plenty of stuff out there. Don't sit there and not learn how to do things. I used to be so.
Let him do this? You gonna let him do this publicly?
Let him do what?
The Gun Johnson. He talking about how he gonna help.
I know how to clean a gun, bro. I don't know how to fix
it. That's different, Billy. That's different.
I know how to clean them. I know how to break them down. You know, and I used to be really intimidated with like 1911s or some of the weird guns, and you think it's hard until you do this.
All that shit hard. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, then you start doing it, then you be like, okay, it ain't that bad. Once you do it. Ghetto, what's up? I don't read no instructions. I'm the worst. I don't read no instructions.
Read the instructions.
If it's a striker fire pistol, I don't be reading shit. But 2011, my first 2011, I read it.
I read instructions.
I watch a video on everything. I don't even think I can read that well. I be watching videos on edible things.
Yeah, YouTube is clowning. YouTube be clowning. Hey man, I got to be up at 3:30, man. I just want to get on with y'all real quick, man. I holler at y'all. Much love, everybody. Armel, Skilly, I am sorry. Y'all are awesome shooters.
Skilly might have
never
been
let nobody tell y'all nothing different.
Hey, but Armel's
Skilly might have been the person we've been talking about.
guns just fine. I can't shoot my own. I don't know what's going on. I don't understand.
I don't want to call you a liar, but that's some bullshit. No,
I can't. I had Armel's AK at the meetup. I rained steel with no problem.
Yeah, but it wasn't the one in front of you. That's the problem.
No. He do no.
You gotta shoot the one in front of you.
But I was able to shoot what I was aiming at, though.
His eyes ain't sighted in.
Hey, you tell Skilly, you be like, "Hey, Skilly, that optic sighted in." He be like, "You have to sight it in."
Skilly left eye on cruise control.
Just put it on the gun. He said, "I tighten the screws down."
Oh,
yeah, Eric, you did, bro. Did anybody see Eric video on Instagram? I wasn't gonna say nothing, bro. He gonna put this video up, and he got like this is something else about the internet thing. Hey, Armel, listen, bro. He put the video up there, right? And then he do the caption, and his captions be so dramatic. You ever see it? I want to give a shout out to God and all of His people and everybody that played a part in making this gun shoot as flat as it could. I take pride in my work, and now things are looking great. I have a little bit further to go. And then he showed a video, and bro, he like this far from the target. And he shoots this group like something really happened. I'm like, is that as far as you can shoot with that GTO, bro? I'm like, that is crazy. Then he gonna try to tell me like, bro, I zoomed in. Bro, you didn't have to. The target was already zoomed in.
You didn't have to, right?
Yeah, if you would have reached out any further, the muzzle would have hit the target.
Hey guys, thanks for having me on, man. I got to get to work.
All right, Joe. Peace out, bro.
Well, peace, bro.
Hey, don't let
Guys, have a good one. Thanks.
RGG discourage you. You can shoot.
I'm not discouraging him, bro. He can shoot 3 yards. That's good. That's a great defense. That's a great defense distance. That's the point I was trying to make tonight, too. Bro, be proud of the 3 yards that you're able to shoot. If Skilly, don't get me started, man. You know.
Hey, you only need so far to hit somebody in self defense. So
you buckshot Skilly. You buckshot Skilly. He shot like buckshot with a 9mm pistol. Like you were shooting a shotgun.
Hey, y'all, I want to say something before you get off.
No, I want to say something. I want to say something. No, Skilly. This has to be said.
For real. We just had a 6-year-old get shot unalive by her 11-year-old brother because the mother kept the gun in the car. If you know anybody that has children that's leaving guns in the car unattended, and here in Detroit, that's the reason why they made the Safe Act law. It's because too many children are getting shot by parents' guns. If you know somebody that's like, please give them a talk. It's happening too much here in Detroit. And she was a concealed carry person. She was a concealed license. She had a CPL, but she left the gun in the car. The 11-year-old said the gun is always in the car. And this particular day, she went to go DoorDash, and the son got the gun and ended up shooting his sister.
That's sad.
I haven't heard.
That's sad. That's real sad.
So, if you know anybody that's irresponsible, I teach a lot of people this. I tell a lot of people
you about to mess up, bro.
No. If you have,
I feel it coming. Like you just said something that was very valuable. You gave us some information. Now you about to mess it up. Go ahead. I'm gonna let you know. Go ahead.
Honestly, I'm not. If you have children, and this is what I did with my children, my own personal thing I did with my children. I unloaded the gun and I let them put it in their hands to get the feel of what my gun feels like and what a Nerf gun feels like. That got that curiosity out of them at a very early age. I don't understand people that say, well, I had the guns for my children. By the time they get the gun, they get curious. This is the things that happen in the household. So that's all I wanted to say, really, is if you know somebody that's like that, please lock up your guns if you're not going to teach your children or educate your children on the guns that you have in the house. But that's all I want to.
He didn't mess.
It's about being responsible. The duty of being responsible.
Yeah, Skilly didn't mess. That was. I agree with you.
That wasn't too bad, Skilly. I've seen you do worse. I've seen you screw up a whole take sometimes. So you didn't do it that time.
The duty of being responsible, man.
Yep, that was good.
Yeah, that's messed up. Again, man, get as comfortable with your firearms as you possibly can.
Absolutely.
Yep. He sure did, Ramsey J. He landed the plane without crashing. Good job, Skilly.
I gotta have a little bit more faith in Skilly. See,
you trying, bro. You know you our guy, man. Like it ain't never personal. We just don't be wanting you to mess up. Like do you know how? Let me tell you something. Do you know how dangerous it is for me to have you and Armel up here on the panel at the same time?
What?
Do you know how much jeopardy I put my channel in when I do stuff like this? So you know I must got love for this community, man, because ain't nobody else on the planet gonna put y'all two on no panel at the same time, bro.
Skilly, you just made a little deposit. You made a little deposit just now in the faith bank, Skilly. There you go. You used to have some faith in me. You just made a little deposit in the faith bank.
All right, bad. I'm working on that. Thank you, Jack. I appreciate that.
Hey, man, this was good, though. This is good conversation.
Oh, Mel, you muted. You saying something.
Whatever he just said wasn't right.
I said it's going to be a pleasant channel now. I apologize for all the destruction I caused.
You've caused quite a bit over the years, bro, but it is what it is, man. I accept you for you. I tell you that all the time. You know, but you did have some say it different moments tonight.
Yes.
That you need to apologize to the community about.
I apologize, community. Even though I don't even know, I'm so oblivious. I don't even know what the hell I say half the time. Don't pay me no
You
mind.
definitely didn't realize that, like as you said it, because you said it and kept talking, and it really was offensive, and just weird. And Alex was on it, like it's crazy, bro. Like I don't know, whatever.
Yeah, I apologize, community.
You should, you should.
Mm-mm-mm.
No, it's all good, man. Billy, man, you all right, bro? Everybody like,
Yeah,
man, what line you at? Like we don't talk to you or nothing. That's weird.
What? That is weird.
I mean, we don't talk. We don't now. Listen, we don't talk to him often, but when we need to, we
Right.
talk to him. Let me tell you something. I'm gonna give y'all some Billy information. This is funny. You can message Billy 20 times in a row until you say something that he deems important.
Yeah, answer.
He will not respond to it. He has to think it's important or gay.
Right.
Wow.
He responds immediately.
If he thinks it's important, or you said, because he'll call you like, bro, that's really gay. Like you said something gay, and I know that could be offensive to some people. I apologize, but that's what he does to us. Like he won't say nothing unless he deems it important, or he thinks it's gay, and then he'll check, bro, you can't say that type of thing. So that's just how he is, man. And I'm just here to put that out there.
Can I tell the gay moment of the day and see if I was wrong?
Now you talk about I messed
Hey,
up.
listen. See, the internet is undefeated. So if you say something and people take it out of context, man, you gonna have me getting into it with somebody. Somebody gonna get their head busted because I'm not gonna play with it. I would advise you to keep people safe.
Only he thought that. I didn't think nothing of it. I'm like, oh, that's so nice.
It was nice being on. Good night, gentlemen. I gotta go.
All right, brother.
All right, RBL, peace, bro. No, this dude crazy, man. I don't know why he even said it, but he do that. I don't know why he does that. That was weird. You can tell a story, bro.
Yeah, go ahead, Bill. You can tell.
Because personally, I disagreed with you.
No.
I did too.
I'm not. I don't want to keep it. I don't want nobody thinking different of you.
He's proving a point.
Hey, it was weird too. Exactly what I just explained is what he do. He don't say nothing. He'll just let the conversation go until he think it's something that he needs to chime in on, and then he does it. I'm gonna tell a story. We in the group chat. We talking. I said I'm telling Zach because we had to go live. This is about an hour before it's time to go.
Start from the beginning. Start from the 3 texts that led. They weren't even related. They weren't even about the same thing.
Hey,
Zach texted a picture of this damn silencer that he just got.
Right, that's what Zach do. So Zach will buy something, and then he'll just send it to us randomly. Like he'll just send it to us, and like I don't even be knowing what it is half the time. If I don't talk to him and ask him, I don't even know what it is. So then, what happened from there?
Then your power went out, and you said,
I said, hey, bro, my power went out because the power went out for no reason. So I say to Zach, I say to both of them, I said, man, this might be an attack or something because the weather is perfect. Right. So I take a picture of outside and the weather is perfect. I'm just taking a picture to show them the weather.
Bro.
Wait, okay, that's not
a sunset.
That's not yeah. That's
so Billy comments. It says, "Bro, don't you think that's a little gay man sending dudes pictures of the sunset?" And I'm like,
we went from guns to politics.
I can defend
that. 3 texts. Don't try it. 3 texts. It went from gun to politics to gay. Quick. I was like,
hey, he's terrible, man. He is the worst.
Yeah, it's nice out. What's the problem?
Oh God. Right, Zach said it just went past Zach, and I get mad with Billy. But I do him the same way. Like he'll do a design or something. I remember he said, I ain't gonna even say which one because we ended up using it.
I agree with you on that one.
Yeah, when he first sent the design over, I'm like, hey, that first one nice. That second one, that one kind of gay, bro. That one.
I said it's retro.
Yeah, retro.
Oh man, these dudes crazy, man. Hey, Ghetto, don't you cannot see Ghetto. You cannot say nothing ever.
Right.
ever. Remember, man, these lives don't go nowhere.
That's right, CJ.
Yeah, the CJ. Don't be late for the CJ at the Wiener Circle.
That's right. That's right. You remember the things you used to do when you was 14, 15? You said that.
You said that. You said it. I mean, randomly too. Like,
right.
Them group homes, man. Them group homes. That's the man.
Yeah.
Ghetto
got real hands-on experience.
Word. Word. We'll say I'm gonna text these niggas at 2 a.m. Sleep good.
Oh, great.
Nothing wrong with telling another man good night. Sweet dreams.
Right. Right. Good. Yeah, good night. I just want to go and say good night. That's all.
Look, who did I do that to? Tick Wayne. I think that shit to Tick Wayne. He was gone at the last meetup. And he was out in the car. And his wife said, tell him good night.
Hey, what did Kenny for Fusion? What did he say about Bob when he was on the Instagram live?
He said he was a sweetheart.
He said something. It was
a sweetheart.
No,
he said he was a sweetheart. That's what he said.
You talking about in the bed?
No, that's
he said Bob is a sweetheart. That's what he said.
But whatever it was, we said, wait, whoa.
Yeah, you can't. Say something else. Say it different.
That ain't right. Mm-hmm. We're not I'm not trying to say like we're homophobic. That's not it. It's just when you say those things, it can get a little bit uncomfortable. You know,
right. You say that to you.
Like and Ron say, deep in the bed. You can't say that. You just can't say we deep in the bed with Fusion.
No.
Oh, you can't. Yeah, you can't say that.
You just can't say it. You just can't. I mean,
you want to call
you just can't say.
Call your granddaughter a sweetheart. You may call your daughter a sweetheart, or your wife, or your girlfriend, but not your homie. Like, you're a sweetheart. Hell no.
Yeah, Bob cool. He ugly to me though.
Yeah, but right, he ain't no sweetheart.
Yeah, he ugly. He know I feel that way. He think I'm ugly too. I hope.
Right. You hope he's sitting around. Ooh, look at them broad shoulders. You hope he's sitting around. You know what I'm saying?
Got a strong bite.
Right.
Oh God, man, something wrong with y'all, man. I'm done. Hey, that's it. Hey, y'all smash the like button on y'all way. I appreciate everybody, man. This is good, man. This is a good conversation.
Yeah, that was a good night, RGG.
Hey, man, thanks for stopping by, Skilly. And listen, man, I know you're our cousin, but you just can't come over to visit when you want to come over to visit.
What does that mean?
You don't even call first, bro. Like you just show up when you kind of like Billy.
Hey,
like we be live, but you only pop in when you think it's something you could relate to. You don't even say hi otherwise.
Hey, I just came here to prevent y'all from saying anything.
I still love you. Still know I got love for you. I'm just a pop-in cousin. That's all. All right.
See? That right there.
You pop in, eat that cousin that pop in and get a plate, and you don't see him again.
Right, no.
Mm-hmm. Right.
He don't even eat the plate. He wrap it right up.
Right.
Don't just come over here freeloading like you're just gonna grab something to eat and leave. Man, I ain't on that type of time. As soon as you get the plate, you can't find him. He gone.
You know what I'm saying?
That's just nasty, Garen. You said buying undies at Goodwill. That's just nasty.
What?
That's nasty.
Yeah. I'm not sure who I'm not sure, but this sounds like this finna go left, so I'm gonna go and get up.
Right.
Everybody be easy, man. I'm out. I'll see y'all the next one.
Peace, y'all.